So, what are you doing this weekend? I'm gonna hunt 10,000 pennies. You heard that right, 10,000 pennies. I'm gonna bang through these 4 boxes. It's gonna take me a while, but wanted to see what I could do. These are actually 4 different boxes that I got from 4 different banks over the last month. I've kind of been trying to grab pennies. I know the coin shortage has been rough, so I ask them if they have pennies. If they have them, I take them. This one's the oldest. I got this one back the middle of last month. These 2 on the bottom are the youngest. These are from 2 different banks this past week. I got one day, one the next day, and this one I got probably 2 weeks ago. I have popped them all open to make sure they were circulated. We could actually have a hunt. And like this one here, I threw in here, there's a wheat ender on that one. And that being the oldest box, we're gonna start with this one. We're hoping to, get 40 Wheaties out of the lot. I'd love to get 40 Wheaties, 10 foreigns, some variety of some sort. I don't know, maybe a wham. Can I get a close AM maybe? I don't know. We're hoping to get some cool stuff. So bear with us as we get through this. I'm sure this video is going to be a little bit longer, seeing that it's 4 boxes where I normally do 1, maybe 2. So I will, as usual, get back with you with my first find. Roll 1. I decided just to go for it. Let's get into this Wheatie ender. That one actually looks pretty decent too. This wheat ender, and see what we've got. I'm gonna set you down here so I can have both hands free. Yeah, get into this roll here, see what we've got. That's not the wheat side, this is the wheat side. So our wheat ender ended up being 1951. We've got a Wheatie on the board. I want to take a look at that other ender here, see if it was wheat. Nope, it's just copper. All right, I don't see any other Wheaties jumping out at me, so I'll get back with my first real find. But 1 roll, 1 Wheatie in the box. This could be a fun hunt. Roll 2. Found ourselves some wheat ears. 51D. So that's 2 Wheaties, 2 rolls. I hope it keeps up at that pace. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 9. We have our first foreign. It's going to be a Canadian. 1987. Our first foreign. 2 Wheaties. We did find a couple of 09s so far. Back into the rolls. Roll 10. We got another foreign. Another Canadian. 71. 2 Canadians, 2 Wheaties. Roll 12. We've got some wheat ears. This one actually might be a little bit older. Nope. 1944. That's our 3rd Wheatie of the box. Roll 14. We've got a front-facing Wheatie. The 45. That makes 4 Wheaties for the box. Roll 16. We got another reverse Wheatie. And it's gonna be a 53D. Add it to the list. Roll 23. We've got another reverse Wheatie. Top's looking pretty warm. Can it be old? Nope, it's a 48. But it's another Wheatie. And right before I turned the video off, I noticed that this one kind of looked like a Wheatie. And it's another foreign. 49. King George. Nice. I haven't found one of those yet. So we have a Wheatie and a foreign in here. Get back to the hunt. Still in the same roll. Look at how dirty this 2020 is. It's unbelievable. I mean, that's compared to what most of them are coming out like. But we've got another Wheatie in this roll. 1956. That's 2 Wheaties and a foreign in this roll. Crazy. All right, let's hope it keeps going like this. Just fanned out roll 26. And we've got a Wheatie. 57D. Pretty decent shape too. All right, that makes 5 50s and 3 40s. Well, this has been a great box. We're on roll 26. We've got another reverse wheat. 41. So that is our 9th wheat, and we are just halfway through. Pretty amazing. Roll 32. And we've got a Wheatie facing us. A 51D. So that gives us 10 Wheaties now. Just dumped out roll 33, and we've got a Wheatie on top. I'm guessing this is a 50s. And it's not, it's a 1940. Nice. All right, let's look real quick while we're here. Don't see anything else grabbing my attention. Alrighty, I'll come back to my next find. Roll 40. This box has slowed down quite a bit. I almost missed this one too, because it's pretty dirty and pretty beat up. You can see a big chunk out of the bottom of it here. 1944. Oh boy, he's seen better days. But it's a Wheatie, so we will add it to the mix. Alrighty, next roll, roll 41. We just fanned it out, and we've got some wheat ears. $1946. Wasn't sure if that was a 40 or a 46. All right, the 40s have taken the lead. Tail end of roll 43. We have another Wheatie. A 55. I'll have to check that for the DDO. Back to the hunt. Roll 45, and we've got an oldie. It was facing me, so I've already seen the date. 1910. It is pretty slick on both sides, but you don't find 1910 Wheaties very often. We will add that to the board and get back to the hunt. Roll 48. We've come across another Wheatie. Another 40. Actually, another 44. What's this guy here? Just a dirty penny. All right, I'll be back with another find. Alrighty, I'm in roll 49. I started going through it, came across this 1940 facing me, and so I fanned, rushed the coins out, and I had some more wheat here. 1957D, And then it has another wheat back here. 1952D. So that roll had 3 wheats in it, and you can tell there's still a lot more copper, but I've already checked through it and I didn't see any other Wheaties, but if I do, I'll come back. Alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap up roll, or I should say box number 1. I'm not going to do this for each box, but this box was awesome. We ended up with 12 09s. We got 4 foreigns, and 2 of them were King George, which I've never found before. We had 9 50s, we had 9 40s, and we had a 1910. So that's a total of 19 Wheaties and 4 foreigns in our first box. We were hoping to average 10 a box for the hunt and a couple of foreigns. So we are almost we're almost a whole box ahead, which is pretty awesome. So I'm just going to keep hunting and just do a final review at the end, but this box was amazing, so I had to give you an update here. I'll see you in the next box. Roll 8 of box 2. We've got our first Wheatie. It's been kind of a slow box. So it's got some pretty nice, cool coloring to it as well. It's, I'm guessing, going to be a 50s as nice as it looks. $19.36. That's a beautiful 36. That's definitely going to upgrade my album. Alrighty. Add to the board. We got a 30s. Dumped out the next roll. We've got 2 finds. I didn't show you my last foreign because I'm trying to keep the video down in length, but we do have our second Canadian in the box. A 79, and I saw the wheats down here. A 45. So that's 2 Canadians, 2 foreigns. Back to the hunt. Roll 12, box 2. We've got another find. Another nice looking Wheatie, and it is a 41. So that gives us 3 Wheaties for the box and 2 foreigns. Hopefully we'll get some nice ones. And we also realized we've got an ender up here when I was putting my rolls over there. So we've got at least 1 more Wheatie in here. Back at it. Box 2, roll 14 brings us another Wheatie. A 1944. 4th Wheatie of the box. Box 2, roll 17. We've got ourselves another Wheatie. 1951. Anything else interesting in this last little bit? I don't think so. We'll catch you on the next find. Next roll, we got a 58D. Another Wheatie in the bunch. We also did pick up a foreign that popped out of that same roll, 2006 Canadian. End of roll 18, box 2. Provides us another Wheatie. $19.40. That gives us a total of 7 so far. Box 2, roll 27. $19.50s. So that gives us our 8th Wheatie. We found a ton of foreigns too, by the way. I mean, here's our foreigns. We have 2, 4, 6. We have 8 foreigns at this point. I have not been filming all of those. But anyways, back to the hunt. 2. Got a backwards facing Wheatie. That looks pretty nice. 1944. Alrighty, we'll back to our next find. Next roll, roll 29. It looks like we're heating back up again. Got another Wheatie. 41D. Alrighty, we'll be back with you. Roll 30. I fanned through these really quickly and missed one. I went to pick them up to start sorting through them, and this dirty bird eluded me. Ooh, gosh, it's dirty too. It's a 45. 4, 6, 8. That's 12 Wheaties already. Sweet. And we still have 20 rolls to go. Been a great box so far. And these keep giving, man. We're gonna just got dumbed out. I've got another foreign, a 70 Canadian, and my Wheatie here, which is a 41. Nice. We'll be back when we find another. Tail end of roll 34. Got a 57D. Roll 38. We've got a forward facing waiting. It's a 56D. Alrighty, back to the hunt. Alrighty guys, this is roll 43, and this is where we had the Wheatie ender. And it was tails out, so we don't know what it was. Let's see what we got. 1950D, oh, 1950S. Nice, it's always nice to get an S. I took a peek through here, I didn't see any other wheats, so we'll get back to you on the next rolls. Roll 46, we're gonna have another Wheatie, just poured it out. I'm guessing this one's gonna be in the 50s because it's in pretty good shape, and it is a 55. Nothing else jumping out. I'll come back if I find something. Next roll, 47. We've actually got 2 Wheaties because I went to go grab this one, and right above it is a 51. So that's going to be a Wheatie as well. Let's see what this guy is. This one's going to be another 51. 2 51s back to back. They must be brothers. Alrighty, back to the hunt. Box 2, final roll. We have 2 in here, 2 finds at least. We got a wheat, which is a 46, and we got another 2009. So I'll see you in the next box. Alrighty guys, I lied. I'm not gonna do a total wrap up. I said I wasn't going to do a summary each time, but I want to do a summary of this one because this box was amazing as well. We got 12 2009s, we got 9 foreigns. We only wanted to get 10 for the hunt. We already surpassed that. So how many more past 10 will we get? I think we had 6 in the last one, so I think we're up to like 15. We're definitely past 10, and 10 was our number. We had 1 30s, and we had 9 of both the 40s and 50s. So it was 19 Wheaties this time. And again, we were trying to average 10 a box. I think we're at 30 something right now. We were only shooting for 40. That means both the next 2 boxes could be horrible, and we should still meet our goal. And the star of the show so far, I finally found a 2000 Wham. For those of you that don't know, it's a wide AM. It's a variety that I hunt for. I have a 2000, or not 2000, I have a 1998 and a 2000 now. I'm only missing the 99, which is the hardest one to find, but we're gonna get on to box 3. I'll see you on my first find. Alrighty guys, box 3, roll 3. We have a find. First find of the box, a 46. And since the FedEx guy was driving up my driveway, while I was waiting, I kind of peeked through. We have our first foreign of the box, a 75 Canadian. And we have another one here too, which is a 79 Canadian. So 2 foreigns and a Wheatie in that roll. Roll 3, box 3. All right, I'll be back with the next find. End of roll 7, box 3. Almost missed this one. He's super dirty. It's a wheat though. I'll have to get that under the magnifier. I think it's a 44. I'll let you know in the review. Roll 10, box 3. You got another one. I'm gonna guess 50s. 52D. That's our fourth Wheatie of the box. Find. And it's gonna be a 53S. It's our second Wheatie, actually second Wheatie in 2 rolls. Next roll, we're on a streak. Let's be 3 in a row now. This one still doesn't look very old though. Ooh, it's a 55 though. We'll take it. That is our 6th Wheatie. Let's check here real quick before we leave. I don't see anything interesting. I'll be back if I do. This box has cooled down. You can see I'm down to 12 rolls left, so this is roll 38. And we finally have another Wheatie. This one was face up, so I already see the date. It's 57. Man, that was a long cold spell there. But we're out of the board, and we have a total of 8 now. I'll be back once we find another. Tail end of roll 41. Oops, missed it. Ah, I missed it again. I grabbed the wrong one because this one's a little darker. That's crazy. Let's see what we got. 58. I mean, he's pretty dirty, but we'll take it. All right, let's wrap this up. Roll 47, we've got one more. Let's see what we got. 47D. That makes Wheatie number 9. Well guys, this is the final box of the 4-box hunt. It's been a while since I actually hunted a box. I did the first 3 and then this has been sitting here for quite some time. I worked on my desk, worked on some other things. Now it's time to finish up this hunt. I'm gonna get into it and I'll be back with my first find. Roll 1, and we've already got a find. It is a 1 cent from the Bahamas. I've gotten some of these before. Certainly a fun find. Has a shell on the back. I always love that. So we'll add that to the board and get back to the hunt. Roll 6, and we finally have some wheat ears. Not fantastic, but 56D. The front's far better than the back. But it's our first week, so we'll take it. Back to the hunt. Roll number 7. We've got our second wheat. 1941, and that is an S. So it's great to get an S. Not too shabby. We'll take it. Roll 14. Been kind of a slow box so far, but we do have another Wheatie. This is a 1952 from Philly. Not in such great shape, but it's a Wheatie. That gives us 3 for the box so far. Roll 19. The copper count is picking up, so we're getting away from the Zincolns. But we still aren't finding a ton of Wheaties. But we've got one here. 1953. Not super old, but we'll add it to the board. That's Wheatie number 4. We have found 409 so far, and another foreign. But I'm not coming in for each one of those, and I'll get you with that information at the wrap-up. Roll 21, we're going to have a wheat reveal. It is going to be a 50s. 1951. Add it to the board. That's Wheatie number 5. Roll 24, we've got another Wheatie reveal. This one's in pretty decent shape, so it's probably another 50s. 1955. Too bad it's not the DDO. Next roll, roll 25, and we've got another wheat. This one was facing us though. 1950D. It's got some funk on it, but still awaiting. That brings our count to 7. Roll 34. My first ever Indian head out of a box. It's toasty, but I'll take it. 1886. It is in rough shape, but it's an Indian head. Wow. Finally found one. That's a great find. That's like me finding, actually it's more than a buffalo because it's more like a V-nickel. I love finding buffaloes, but I have not found an Indian yet. Epic find. Alrighty, still have quite a few left to go. Next roll, 35. We've got another wheat. 1947. Alrighty, let's finish these last handful of rolls. Tail end of roll 43, we've got another Wheatie reveal. This one might be a little older, 40s. 1944. That's our 11th Wheatie of the box. Let's finish up this last row of pennies. Roll 47, and we've got another Wheatie for a Wheatie reveal. Can we get a 30s or is this going to be a 40s? It's neither. It's a 55D. Roll 49, and we've got another. This one's a little, got a chunk of funk on it. 53D. So that gives us Wheatie number 11 for the box. Alrighty, time to finally wrap up these 4 boxes. I had originally talked about knocking them out in a weekend. That did not happen. This has been probably 6 weeks, believe it or not. I got a little sidetracked with quarters in that last box that I just finished hunting. Sat by on the sidelines for a while. But I got back into it and finished up the 4 boxes finally. We had hoped for 10 foreigns at the start of this thing. We ended up with 23. We had 22 Canadians. We had a couple of Georgias. We had a young head. We had 16 of the traditional queen. And we did have, I hadn't seen these ones before, where it's the older queen, which are much more current. And then we did have the one from the Bahamas. We had 4 blazers. We had a 61, a 62D, a 63, and a 68. We ended up with 37 2009s, which is high for me. We had 6 of the early years, 18 of the formative, 11 of the presidency, and 11 of the professional life, and just a couple of the presidency. For the wheats, we had a nice spread. We did actually really well. We had almost all the 40s, all the 50s. We had 30 in the 50s. We were missing the 54. But besides that, we got at least one of every 50s. We had, of course, the missing of the 42, 43. I'm not surprised I did not end up with a steal. You generally don't find too many of those out and about. But we had 24 of the 40s, Like I said, just missing 1 year in my eyes, the 42, because I really didn't expect to get a 43. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't get the 49 either. We did end up with 2 of the younger Wheaties. We had a 36, and we did get a 1910, which was awesome to get a really old wheat like that. And then you saw the white covers. Those are the wonders of the box. We got a Wham. We had talked about a Wham early on. Well, of course we talked about a Wham or a Clam. Either of those are always chasing, but this is a 2000p wide AM. Look at that, 11.9. That was a month and it was 5 weeks ago. That was the first weekend of the hunt, so that'll give you an idea how long ago that was. We did find this air, which is pretty cool, where you can see it looks like, I'm not quite sure what it is. I just put air on it because I'm not sure how to classify that, but we're missing a big chunk of the penny there. And it's definitely, I think it was just a bad planchet maybe. But I've set it aside. And our first Indian head out of a box ever. 1886. And that's pretty awesome. It's pretty toasty, but it's an Indian head out of a bank box. So I'll take it. We had hoped for 40 Wheaties. We got 56, which averages about 14 a box. So a little higher than average. Great hunt overall. To find a Wham and Indian head in this strange air. I had a lot of fun. I wish it would have gone a little faster. Maybe next time it will go faster, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way. So I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you've not already. And I'll catch you guys in the next hunt.